Sandy and Chico, the dog-loving blogger, and her dog. This video is about boundaries when you adopt a shelter dog. I don't know if you've seen my videos before, but basically Chico is a dog who grew up in an abusive puppy farm, if you could call it that. And he was taken out of there at the age of 2.5, and he spent 2.5 years in a shelter, and was adopted a couple of times and brought back each time because he bit his owners. So I was almost warned against adopting him, but I knew that we would get on. So I don't regret it at all. And one of the things I had to learn with him was that he had boundaries. You know, he'd been hit and possibly, well, I know for a fact, actually beaten as a young dog, a puppy. And so he has a very strong sense of personal space, which my family dog, you know, as I was growing up, there was also a cocker spaniel like him. He didn't have that so much. He trusted us. He'd been with us from birth. We always took very good care of him, loved him. And so what I had to get used to with Chico was that this was a dog who had learned not to trust human beings. And so when I first got him home, you know, I wanted to stroke him all the time. I'd walk past him and I'd want to give him a pet, and I thought he'd like that. But I quickly learnt that I was invading his personal space, and, you know, he bit me. So that's how I learnt. But I had to learn to be very aware of his signals, because he would show me when he didn't want me to come near him. Like, his ears would go up, his eyes would get big, and he would sort of tense up and stop breathing. And I had to learn to respect that and to give him the space that he needed. And the beautiful thing is, animals are so quick to change compared to human beings, is that in less than a year, those boundaries are so much less now. You know, now when I walk past him, if he's lying down on the sofa, he wags his tail and he wants me to come and stroke him, whereas in the beginning he didn't want me to go anywhere near him, even though I was taking care of him, which is what I couldn't understand. But I had to learn to respect his space, and over time there's been less, like, the space between him and me has, well, if you could call it space, like the boundaries have got much, like there's much less boundaries now. Like, we're very close, we have a very close connection. So that's totally possible if you're thinking of adopting a shelter dog. You know, this is a dog that, he looks very cute, but he'd been brought back twice to the shelter because he'd bitten people, and he's bitten me, but never in a very aggressive way, and never, you know, to the point where I wanted to just not have him anymore. I knew within 24 hours that I was going to keep him, that I just loved him so much. So that's what I wanted to share with you, is if you're just about to get a shelter dog, or you've just got one, or you're having problems with your shelter dog, is to respect the boundaries that your dog has, particularly if he's been badly treated, because it's like with a human being. You know, if you were beaten as a child, you'd probably have a problem with people coming up to you and wanting to pet your head or touch your body, because you'd be like, well, they might hit me. And it's the same for an animal. But the beautiful thing is that it changes, and watching that over time is just, it makes me teary-eyed just thinking about it. Oh, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Pay it forwards if you did, and come and visit my blog. I shall see you soon.